Hi there, welcome to Kneppy Invest and welcome to EZZ Life Sciences Appendix 4C for the December quarter. Definitely one of the Appendix 4Cs that I was looking forward to the most just to see how the company is performing because the share price has dropped a fair bit over the past few months. So I just wanted to see if the market is right. The market is a little bit wary about the financial performance of this company. So let's get into it. EZZ Life Sciences. I won't talk about what the company does. You can actually do that yourself, but this is the website, Genomic Life Science Company. That's all I'll say about this company. Okay, so EZZ Life Sciences. One of the main things about this company is their margins are pretty good. So when you have a look or compare their receipts to customers to their product manufacturing and operating costs, there is a big difference between those. So they do spend a lot of money on advertising and marketing. In fact, some people might describe this company as a marketing company, not a product company, because of their margins and how much money they do spend on advertising and marketing. So the first thing I do whenever I open up an Appendix 4C is I go straight to the cash flows from operating activities. Now, I do know how much receipts this company's had over the last 3 or 4 quarters. Now, last quarter, they were about 15 million. So I did expect a bit of a rise because the previous quarter, which is the September quarter, tends to be their weakest quarter. A little bit of cyclicality or seasonality when it comes to EZZ. So I did expect a bit of an increase in receipts. And when I say increase, I was thinking maybe 3 to 4 million. So I was expecting receipts of maybe 18 to 19 million. So on first look, I was a little bit disappointed with receipts of 15.826 million. I went, oh, I'm not sure the market's going to like this. But the next thing is they were operating cash flow positive by 1.557 million. Now, last quarter, they were not operating cash flow positive. So that means with not much of an increase in receipts from the previous quarter, maybe $400,000, something like that, that means their spending was decreased. And if you have a look at advertising and marketing, and we can do this with this quarter because we have the current quarter and the year to date, which is 6 months, and we can see quite easily that last quarter they spent about $10.3 million on advertising and marketing, and this quarter $8.7 million. So they did decrease the amount of money they did spend, and that's why on advertising and marketing, and that's why the company went from being operating cash flow negative to operating cash flow positive. They also spent paid $1.4 million in income taxes. So a pretty good quarter, all things being equal, when it comes to EZZ Life Sciences. You can also go through Section 2, not a lot of money spent on investing activities, and also Section 3. They also pay a dividend, so we do have a little bit of money coming out in dividends, but the cash on hand actually did increase by 1.6 million, from 18.2 million to almost $20 million. So this company has no debt, and we know that. We go to Section 7, no debt, nothing in financing facilities. So you do have to take that into account. This company has a fair bit of cash on hand. They are net cash, $20 million. The market cap of this company, I believe, would be about 110 million. I'm just going to guess 114.16 million. So they have enterprise value of about 94 million for a company that is profitable and also growing. I have been debating with myself whether this company is really good value at these current levels, with the share price pulling back a fair bit. So we'll have a look at the chart in a second. Now, this is the company's cash receipts history. So this is the cash receipts history going back to when I started following the company, probably when they listed or IPO'd. So this would have been about 3 years ago, it looks like. So the first 2 years they were listed, I didn't really take much notice of this company because receipts weren't growing. In fact, they were going backwards for the first year. And then we really saw receipts starting to grow in 2022, hit a bit of a road bump in the September quarter last year. And you notice this quarter and the last September quarter tends to be fairly low. So a little bit of bumpiness there, a little bit of seasonality when it comes to that quarter. So I always expected a decrease in cash receipts in the September quarter. Another thing to notice is the company's best quarters tend to be the March and June quarters, and those are the next 2 quarters coming up. So it's going to be really interesting to see if the company can get the receipts back up to above $23 million. I don't think it'll be positive if receipts don't get back up to that level. It'll be quite positive if receipts get to, say, 27, 28 million. That would be fairly impressive from the company. But maybe if they do decrease marketing or advertising and marketing, they don't have to get receipts back up to that level. So exactly what I want to see in any company's receipts history, receipts growing through time. Again, a little bit of bumpiness in there. Now onto the chart for EZZ. Okay, so this is where it becomes interesting. Now, I had been trading this. I took profits back at about 460 back in early October. Yes, pretty good trade for me. I'm going to say that. Give myself credence, or give myself a little bit of a pat on the back. I timed that to perfection, although I did not sell all my holding in this company. I decided to sell about half and then maintain the other half for the longer term, because I bought in fairly low, about 40 cents or something like that. Anyway, so share price went into a downtrend after that. It broke out of the downtrend back on the 4th of December. And on that day, the share price did rise 9.28%. It looked pretty positive after that. Share price was going on a bit of a run, and then a little bit of weakness over the past 3 weeks. Share price fell below $2.40, which is an important level for this company. Fell through that 3 trading days ago. That was on the, just going to decrease my size of my head there, on the 20th of January, and has rallied back above it. Now, we do see a little bit of selling pressure because, of course, many shareholders bought at higher prices, and all those shareholders who bought at high prices consider this company a dog stock, and they're wanting to get out. So there will be a bit of selling pressure whenever the share price tries to go on a run. And the most important, the best way to get past that selling pressure is for a really good announcement. So you get all these new buyers coming in and sweeping up all those shares that are being sold by these frustrated holders who bought in near the highs back in October. Okay, so overall, the chart actually is a little bit negative. So really technically, I see some negatives here. But when you look at the company as a whole, pretty good quarter, not the best of quarters, but I do expect the next 2 quarters to be quite fabulous for this company. And if they're not, then maybe the market is right with selling down EZZ Life Science. If you have any questions, any thoughts, leave those in the comment section of this video. Otherwise, I'm not a financial advisor. If you need financial advice, make sure you seek out someone who is qualified and can speak to your own financial needs. That's it for this video. Have a good day. Bye.